talent every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich all-terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
Alexander Ford Lincoln, Yuma's 2025 Best New Vehicle Dealer and locally owned, is celebrating America's 250th along with Ford Motor Company. Take advantage of American value for American values. Employee pricing event where you pay what we pay. Shop a great selection of Ford and Lincoln vehicles Yuma loves, backed by service you can trust. Enjoy free mobile service, convenient pickup and delivery, and a warm, friendly atmosphere. Experience the difference with employee pricing at BillAlexanderFord.com or 801 East 32nd Street in Yuma.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here for another Method Race Wheels Fishgistics update presented by Fox Racing Shocks all day today. It is 10 o'clock, and we are already on our second update. I didn't think this was going to happen this early, but we've already had a bottleneck. We had a bottleneck at race mile 37. The 219 had an issue or something, and they got stuck, and then the 219 kind of blocked it, and there was a whole bunch of people stacking up behind them. Luckily, everybody found a line or a road or whatever you want to call it around to the left. So everyone's been going around them now, and we're looking pretty good at this point. So I don't think it's going to be much of an issue, but if you guys are out there and your car is getting there, you might want to give them a heads up. At mile 37, there is a bottleneck, and they're going to have to make their way around it. So the 219 is still sitting there. We can see right now. This is what's going on. So the 219 is stuck right here. Let me move this up a little bit for you. So the 219 is stuck right there. You can go around it. Earlier, there was about 10 cars that were stuck behind them, but you can see everybody's moving. Brock just went around them. Von Gittin just went around them. Lauren Healy's going around right now. So it's not too big of a problem, the 219 anymore. There is a line around it. It almost seems like someone's directing everybody at this point because I don't see anybody else stacking up behind them now. But they are still stopped there. So just heads up if you guys are going, that right at 37.3 basically is what the tracker says. There is a bottleneck there. The 219 is stuck. Not a bottleneck anymore, but the 219 is still stuck. So there you go. Our first bottleneck of the race happened a lot earlier than I thought. There's going to be more, though. There's no way that's going to be the only one today. So give it time. Just wait till you see the backside of the course. Let's go look at our bikes. So the 1X is still not tracking. I don't know where the 1X is. I have no idea where they are, if they're still winning or not. The 3X is right here, though. So the 3X you can see is at mile 327. So that is the first bike that we're able to track. The 15X is behind them. They're over there on the lake bed before they come back up the Molina Summit. So they're making their way around. Actually, let's go look at the moto timing for a second. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So check this out. This is why you got to have everything. So this is the moto timing. The 1X is Tyler there at the top. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of cut off. I'm zoomed in. But look, the 1X is still leading because if we look at race mile 245, they're first. They did get there first. So the 1X is out front. Just their tracker's not working. So just keep that in mind when you guys are watching the 1X today. The tracker's not working. It seems like the 1X tracker never works, and then watch, it's going to start working again towards the finish. I swear it happens every race. Like they put something on the tracker, and then it doesn't work for a little while, and then it works towards the finish. I don't know. But the 1X it seems like their tracker's never working. Everyone else's tracker's working fine. So I don't know. Whatever's going on there, that's the 1X. They are leading on time. That's why it's cool to have that timing page as well. All right, so that's a look at the bikes. Let's go look at the cars now. We had some drama in the cars. So if you were not watching, Christopher Polvardi, he lost a belt. He lost one of his serpentine belts. He lost the power steering because of it. They pulled over, they changed the belt. He started going again and he had no power steering again. So they are changing the pump now. So my guess is maybe the power steering pump locked up or something like that, and that's what broke the belt to start it, because you don't really have you don't really see belt problems too much on these vehicles for the most part. So the belts are behind them. Remember, the engine's behind them. It's kind of protected there. It's not up front, so it's not like if you dig in the front, a bunch of stuff comes up in the belt. So kind of a weird problem there for Polvardi. Bummer for him, but that is why the number 7 is out front. So you can see Bryce Menzies is now first on the road. And if we go look at the Racing Redefined, let's see if we can load the map here. This map is actually really cool. You can put it in 3D mode, which I have right here, and it is live. So I talked to Justin and he said, if you see this little Wi-Fi symbol that's at the top right corner, that means they are good. They are live. They're tracking that is a current update. So that's what you want to look for is the little Wi-Fi signal there. So if we zoom in, look at this. It's pretty cool. You can see literally the terrain and everything. So that is rad. So there is Bryce Menzies. He is first right now. Now, if we scroll back a little ways, we're going to see that this is showing us Luke is second on the road. Now, we did hear that Luke had a flat tire already. Luke and Max Gordon both had flat tires so far, and Cameron Steele. So we've had a couple different flats. We've had Polvardi, I think, had a flat too, possibly. I don't know about that for sure, but we know Max had one and Luke had one for sure. So that's why Luke's a little ways back there. You can see the 41 is behind him, and then we got Alan Ampudia just past race mile 90. Come on back. We got Tavo Vadosola there, and then Max Gordon in the 5. So that is how Tavo was able to get around Max, because he had a flat tire. He lost position there. Keep coming back a little bit. We got Kevin Thompson just coming up out of town. And then you can see down here is the Combro, the cool place down here in Santo Tomas. You got the Pemex. Actually, Combro's back up a little ways. But we got the 24. That is Householder making his way down the highway. Come on back. There's Christopher Polvardi. Okay, so it is showing that Christopher Polvardi is moving again. So I don't know if that's not true though. So that one's not accurate possibly, because he's still stopped. If you look in the top corner up here, so Christopher Polvardi is still stopped up here. That is his live camera. You can see his heart rate is 107 right now is what it says on there. So this is fun to watch. You can see Bryce is in the middle there. He is our first car on the road. So actually, I'm going to switch this. So check this out. You can go right here and you can go to move left. And now I have him over there. So I like to keep it in the running order. So Polvardi's not second. I'm going to move him down in a little bit. But Bryce is first. So he's going to be in my top left now. This is watchparty.cc. Makes it super fun because you can just organize this however you want. You can drag people around. You can see there's Max Gordon down below him. You can see the orange hood. Easy to spot that truck. Somebody said Tavo stopped maybe earlier because it looks like he's moving right now, if that live is the live in car is correct. So let's go look back at this tracker. And yeah, see Tavo's moving again. So he might have just started moving. Maybe he was stopped a minute ago. Back on it. Okay, there you go. So what was Tavo stopped for? Did you guys notice? Did he have a flat tire too? Any of you guys that were watching? I wasn't watching Tavo's stream again. He might have had a flat tire as well. We're seeing quite a few flat tires already from different people. But Bryce is out front, like we said. Luke is second. We have some other classes off the line now. So the 1L is our first Legends. I'm going to try to find our first one car right there. Cody Reed, that is Adam Fancook driving the 168. So the 168 is going to be our first one car. Let's find our first spec truck right there. Don't have to go very far. Trey, actually, this is it. There it is. Stephen Beal. This is the 241. But where is, yeah, that is the 241. So that is Jason McNeil, right? He's going to be, that is correct. He just updated. So Stephen Beal, Jason McNeil driving is our first spec truck. Our first two-wheel drive is going to be Chris Miller, the 40T. That is Jurgensen driving that. So Kyle Jurgensen is behind the wheel of that one. And then our first one car. So we have our first spec. We have our first two-wheel drive and our first one car, all three in a row right there. And it's all three different drivers than the names on here. None of the driver of records are in their cars. All three of those driver of records are going to do the second half. So Adam Fancook is in the 168 right now. Cody Reed is going to be getting in later. You can see there's Arciero, Cody Parkhouse, Trey Gibbs. Gibbs going pretty good so far. Abdali Lopez. Abdali's always fast. And okay, we got confirmation. Tabo did have a flat, and RJ had one also. So a lot of flat tires so far. This course is rough. That is a ton of flat tires. At least 5 or 6 people of all different brands that I've heard of so far. We got Toyo, BFG, everybody. So definitely a rocky. That tells us the course is rocky. If you see that many people getting flat tires this early. So David Payne is going to be in the 61L. That is Larry Rossler driving that truck. So that is Rossler behind the wheel. We got Clay Lawrence's truck. That is not Clay. That is Josh Daniel. So we got lots of different people driving these trucks right now. So Josh Daniel's in the 85L. Ray Griffith, he's driving his own truck. And then Brennan Gaughan, that is, I believe that's not Brennan that qualified. I think it was Wilson, right? I could be wrong on that. Wilson with 2 L's, I think. That's why Brennan was doing the summit where he broke, because he's going to be doing the second half. So I believe that is Wilson with 2 L's, 2L Wilson that's driving that car. We got Cameron. We know he had a flat tire. Oh, that's a Yokohama. So we've had Toyo, BFG, and Yokohama. All have had flat tires so far. Travis Pecoy there. We got Maverick Gaunt back there. Stacking up. Trying to find the first UTV. That was Brock, I believe. Where was he? Back a little bit. There he is. Okay, so Brock Hager started first in the UTV class. He's still out front. So he is first. Behind him, we got a little bit of a stack up here. Oh, they're bouncing all around. Hang on. Who's second? Okay, Caden. There's Caden. So Caden's second. And then we got Dallas Gonzalez third. So 1, 2, 3, same order they started in. That is the finish order from San Felipe. That was the start order, and they are still running in the same order. So there we go. Cantina, the truck, also had a flat. Or just told they have an empty rack. So empty rack, does that mean 2 possibly? Well, almost everybody that we're getting live updates in Santa Tomas right now. Cantina, thanks, Mike Emerson. Cantina came through, empty tire rack. So that does that mean 2? Maybe. Arciero has 1 in the rack. So Arciero's had a flat. We've had a ton of flat tires already. That is crazy. That course is gnarly through there. Boris said Jr. We got Sebastian Marquez, Brandon Sims, and Gary Magnus. So that is a look at the top few classes there. But yeah, we've had a lot of issues already. This is the most issues we've had in a race in a while. Usually these last couple of races, it's been like nobody's had many issues, especially the front runners, and they just drive around all day. But kind of makes it exciting. Something happened in the rear there. They also had a little problem in the front. Said they're going to go dialed for the Baja 1000. So it's all part of developing a brand new platform. Stuff happens. It's all new. The good thing is now they have lots of time to go and develop that thing. The truck's still new. It only went, what did it go, 50 miles or 60 miles? So it's still pretty much prepped except for the parts that broke. So go change the parts that broke, see why they broke, redevelop it, go test, tune. You have all summer to do it when it's nice and hot out there, like 130 degrees in Plaster City. But you got some time to get that thing dialed in. So hopefully it'll be exciting to see that thing back at the 400, I'm sure. And then by the 1,000, hopefully that thing is dialed in a little bit. What else we got? Class. Yeah, everyone else is kind of stacked up still, so it's real early in the race. Not much to tell you guys about these other classes. We'll check on them more in some of our later updates. But you guys have anything else? Let's go look at the timing here. Go back to the 4 wheels. On the score official timing at race mile 78, we had Ampudia showing in first on timing at mile 78. And then Tabo was second, Justin Lofton was third, Kevin Thompson fourth, and Bryce Menzies was all the way back in fifth at race mile 78 on corrected time. Now remember, that is official time, and just because you're first on the road doesn't mean you're first on time. And it is hard to be out front at this race. It really is, because you don't know the pace you need to set with the guys behind you. So Bryce is going to be getting split times. Look for him to pick it up a little bit, and yeah, we'll be good. All right. Well, I think that's what we got for this update for you guys. That kind of covers our leaders. It sounds like maybe the stream is going down. It sounds like YouTube may be having some problems today too. Can you guys still hear me okay? Some of you guys are having some problems. It says it's good, but I don't know. Yeah, Starlink hasn't been working too well today, so I've been a couple different issues. When is Andy getting in Bryce's truck? I don't know. I forgot to ask him the exact mile, but he'll be getting in later. Andy's doing the summits. We saw Andy pre-running the summits, so that's what he's going to be getting in. So I mean, Valley T, really, everyone's changing in Valley T that I know of. Either at the beginning of the crossover road, some people are, most are going through the crossover road, and then they're changing in Valley T. I think 90% of people that are doing 2 drivers this race are going to be changing in Valley T. So that's where most people are going to change at. Let's see if I got anything else real good for you guys. I think that's about it for now. All right. Well, that'll conclude this update. I will be back at 11 o'clock with your next update. In the meantime, go over to watchparty.cc and tune in there. You guys can do this whole thing. You can make it your own. You can drag them around, watch all the videos, watch none of them, watch one. You can do whatever you want. Watchparty.cc, download Racing Redefined. This is super cool. Super cool app here. You can get this as an app on your phone. This is live. You can literally watch their trackers moving live. I mean, look at that, how it's moving live. It's not every 2 minutes. It's live. It updates every 2 seconds or less. So pretty cool to see. There's Bryce. You can see him coming down the mountains. You get to see the cool terrain. This 3D view is pretty awesome. So cool to see. And yeah, we'll keep you guys posted all day. We'll be back at 11 o'clock with your next Method Race Wheels Fishgistics update presented by Fox Racing Shocks. Thanks to all these other guys. Good to have Baja Bound on board now as well. Baja Bound really saved a lot of you guys with their FMM video. As you guys know, they were checking FMMs. I've been telling you guys for the past year or so to get them because they've started checking them randomly. And then this race, they were cracking down. Everybody got checked that I know of. The Santa Tomas checkpoint checked everyone. Host checked everyone. If you didn't have it, you did have an option to buy one there, but it was a pain in the ass. You had to go in a little tent. I don't know what happened to you in the tent. And you had to buy one there, but it was just easier if you do it at the border. Baja Bound had an awesome video. They showed you exactly how to do it. They had a step-by-step tutorial on their website. So go to Baja Bound's website if you have any questions on how to get your FMM, and be ready to go for the 400, because this is not going to change. They're just going to keep doing this. So you guys need to be prepared when you go to Baja. That is the number one thing. Always be prepared. Always carry your passport on you at all times in your pocket, because if you have a problem, you can't get back to the US. You can't be flown back in a medical emergency unless you have your passport. So passport in your pocket at all times. Get your FMMs. They are cracking down on them. And don't bitch about it, because a lot of you guys bitching are the same people that bitch about people coming north. So you can't complain about people coming north without paperwork if you're going to go south without paperwork. So get your paperwork in order before you go south, and just do it. It's easy. It's free. It's free for 7 days, so that you have no reason not to get it. You have no excuses. All right, we'll be back at 11 o'clock with your next update on Fishgistics, but that's a look at your running order right now. Bryce Menzies out front, first on the road. See you guys back at